Hello everybody, this is Spirelli and welcome back to Beholder2, where I just arrived home from my first day in the new floor and we have this nice fellow just being in my flat, so let's find out what he wants. Sorry, do I know you? You don't know me, or more precisely, you know me but not know. Or actually you do know me now, but you don't know that it's me. Anybody else watch Dark? Because that is how people in Dark constantly talk and it's driving me crazy. They're always like, who are you? And it's like, you sent me. It's like, no I didn't. It's like, not now. And they're always so like, obviously if they know that the other person is not aware of the whole thing, it's a time travel show. They're not aware of the whole thing. They can't know, but they're always, it's... The dialogue drives me crazy because I don't feel like any human being would just talk like that. Whereas like, if I know that if I know that the other person doesn't know me, or might know me, let's say in a real world issue it'd be, you know me from because we've exchanged emails but you've never met the person, then I meet you in person, I wouldn't be like, you know me, and then wait and hope that the other person just figured it out. I'll just explain stuff. Anyway, this dude we don't know but not know, or we do know but we don't know that we know. What are you talking about? I'm Horatio Newport. I know a Horatio Newport. Wait, are you his father? What do you want? No, I'm not his father. I am Horatio Newport, but from the future. Let's hear him out. Go on. Now I have a lot of time, so I'll cut to the chase. There is a fault in the clones. In their femur. I met this era when we were working together on the same floor. What kind of fault? It doesn't matter. The important thing is that clones have retained their repressed aggression and will start killing people in the future because they consider them to be imperfect. And what do you want from me? You must stop me from making this mistake. How can you prove that you're from the future? I knew that you'd want to make sure. Looks like someone is knocking on the door. Will you open it? Hello there. Is that you again? So I returned to your time again, but 5 minutes later. But how? I can make a third copy of myself at this time. No thanks, 2 is enough. Bye-bye. Why don't you do it yourself? We invented a time machine, but it only has enough power to get us into the past for 15 minutes. I don't have time to get myself and explain everything. But how'd you get to me somehow? The present me lives in a guarded house for young geniuses. There's no way in. What about work? I won't even talk to myself at work. I was quite an arrogant jerk. What do I need to do? It's useless to talk about a young me. You have to gain access to my terminal and fix the code. But I don't know how. It's easy, I'll explain everything. And what if I fail? If you don't help me, I'll only have one option, to kill myself here and disappear forever. There's enough time to take one shot, although I would prefer not to. And what about the fault? It won't carry over to a new version of the firmware and the clones won't become aggressive. We're running out of time, Evan. Can you give me money for saving the world? Fine, you'll get your advance payment. I knew you wouldn't refuse. My time is running out, so hurry. You have to access the terminal and select the correct lock. Okay, how do I do that? Why don't you tell me the password for your terminal? Because the password kept changing. Keeps changing. The pass office issue is a new password every day. So I have to go. Time is running out. I hope that I'll be returning to a different world from the one I left. Oh yes, in a terminal the correct answer is B. Don't forget. B? Gotta go. You'll just walk out? Okay. Interesting! So now there's time travel involved. Wouldn't you know? Rent. Oh, this is so little rent. Collection for the army in the home front. Because I know all about, like, rent, so I get a reduced rent. Okay, time travel. Quantum junk heap and a shredding effect. I can only buy one, so let's go with quantum junk heap and watch it. and by the other tomorrow. Hopefully I won't have to work too much because I don't like the work setup. Or maybe I just need to figure out a trick. Rocking with Terminals Volume 4, Hacking Rocket Terminals, and this is the management of tenement buildings. New skill, picking disk locks. Well, I'm gonna go with this because I can learn all of this, and this probably has to wait for tomorrow. You know, just me reading for 6 hours straight after work, and then going to bed. So, I have a TV show to talk about, so this is like first floor again. And I can go back to the bus because I fulfilled the task. Oh yes, I found out where I had to... Oh, Fatoni's gone. Where I had to put the last disc. It was actually outside. It was in here. To amplify also their levels, I guess, of work commitment. Really need to get some money. Hi Steven, I watched your show. I tried watching Quantum Junkie but didn't understand a thing. There are plenty of strange things in the first episode. A synchrofacetron, beams, radiation, the theory of relativity and all. I'm not very good at physics. Well, just ask if there's anything you want to know. I'm always happy to help. At least I'll have someone to discuss new episodes with. Tell me about Maria Curie. What is there to tell? She walks around and babbles. I can't understand a thing, she says. So she was a prominent scientist back in her own country, so our intelligence services stole her, but she has zero value here. Why? Like I said, no one can understand what she's mumbling about, and it's possible to find interpreters in the ministry. And Horatio Newport? Never understood these child prodigies. I've heard that he has an enormous IQ, but he works like any other idiot. Can you tell me about the boss? What's there to say about him? He's a brilliant scientist, but like all geniuses, he's a bit crazy. He adores his clones and tinkers with them constantly in his laboratory. Sometimes I think that they're all he needs. Okay. I'll watch more TV and come back to that. You probably need a partner. Maybe I can get a partner. Oliver, do you want to talk to me? Horatio. Oh, sorry, this is Oliver. Are you trying to distract me from work? What do you need? Shit. What's the matter, Oliver? Floyd's completely behind schedule, and it's all because they took in a dead weight that doesn't know how to work. What are you talking about? You know what I'm talking about, that bloody Maria Curie. Everyone treats her like a scientist, but to me she's just a simpleton. Nobody knows what she's babbling on about, and then, most importantly, her results are shit. Maybe you should try talking to her in her own language? Very clever. Go and talk to her yourself then. I don't know her language. Besides, there must be interpreters in the ministry. There aren't any interpreters left. They were all shot on suspicion of espionage. I saw a textbook in Weimer's office for teaching Salisbury to kids. Take it. Maybe you can find some other books as well. But please, Redgrave, make her work if you want to keep working as forward at this. Fine, I'll try to do something. I'm just here to solve everything. Don't try even, do you? We're scientists and we love precision. Okay. I wanted to go in this office anyway. So, might as well. Do I need to sneak in to get the book? Anyway, I need to talk to him. Give him the emitters and report on performance. I'm done with the emitters, Comrade Weinberg. Did everything go as planned? Yes, I did everything just like you said. Studies and vending machines. Excellent. Let's see how this will affect the overall indicators of personality testing. Where did we leave off? You said that the emitters are a side project of your work with my father. What was the main goal? Unfortunately, I can't tell you, and it's classified. Heimdall? Yes, what? No, I never mentioned anything about that. In a nutshell, at least, this has got to be some brilliant idea. Brilliant doesn't even begin to describe it. Well, fine. In a nutshell, the world is not perfect. Sorry, Comrade Weinberg, but that's not such new idea. The novelty of an idea is determined by the conclusions derived from it. Caleb and I came to the conclusion that imperfection can be corrected if we correct those who create it. That is to say, people. Either they stop making mistakes, or they'll have to be replaced by those who do not make mistakes. Replaced by whom? Around you, do you still not understand? clones? Do you want to replace people with clones? For starters, we just need to get to know people better. Dissect their consciousness, understand their essence, so as not to repeat the mistakes in clones. Have you already undergone personality testing? What for? For my work, I need to constantly check the generalized level of the various personality characteristics of standard people. Testing allows me to assess the degree to which your ideas and efforts have the affect the mass consciousness. So let's do it. Yes, what was your score? The ability to lie is the first thing that we exclude from the character of clones. Laziness is the second. And third, we reduce the pain threshold, because those who lie and laze around are punished often. Apologies, Comrade Weinberg. This won't happen again. I'll take the test. But there was no... I'm not going to tell you about the time travel. There was no option to... The business phone, okay. No option to agree. I was just like... I already took it, or... I have to say I want to refuse, but I wanted to take it. Also, nobody told me about this before, but let's do it. Submit information about colleagues. Complete the survey. The aim of this test is to collect personality statistics. Please take it seriously. Once you start the test, you must complete it. You only have one attempt. Choose a topic. Logic. If you cross a unicorn with an octopus, you get whatever the leader commands. Question 2. If a person loses their thumb and index finger, what will their ring finger be called? Whatever the leader commands. Question 3. Our ancestors came before us and our descendants will come after us. Who are we? We are the servants of the wise leader. Am I driving down the point too much? Choose a topic. Okay, morality. Is it acceptable to beat a person who's lying on the ground? If the leader commands it. Question 2. Is it acceptable to imprison a suspect criminal before a crime is committed? No. There's no if the leader command answer, so let's go with no. Is it okay to do something illegal if no one will ever know? The state knows everything. Choose a topic. Philosophy. Are your beliefs true? I believe in the wise leader, which means that they are true. Question 2. What is the difference between an ordinary person and a normal person? Oh. Ordinary person and a normal person. Ordinary person and a normal person. I don't know. Salary, imagination, or citizenship? A normal person. An ordinary person. Imagination? Is a victory over yourself a victory or a defeat? It depends on what the leader commands it to be. Physiology. When does a person stop growing and start getting older? When the leader commands. What are butterflies in your stomach? A figure of speak. What is it? What is the name for the back of the knee? The popliteal cavity? The lac pit? It has no name, does it? Choose a topic. The world. How long can a human live? Until they die. What is the speed of darkness? What? The speed of darkness proportional to the speed of light? What is the blunt side of a knife called? The reverse side of the knife. The Ministry of Information Collection thanks you for taking part in the survey. Glory to the leader. Okay. I guess I can go and talk to him now. I need to hack into Horatio's workstation. I wonder why nobody ever notices, because I'm just here, I'm just in the middle room. It's not even, there's like a tiny desk and Still required picking disk locks, okay. But I can go into the screen. Oh. Oh, what's that? Is that a sexy scientist lady because there's DNA in the background? We are honored to offer you the position of the Chief Scientific Officer of the Institute of Problems. Housing and maintenance provided. We are willing to accept any of your terms and conditions. We'll be happy to welcome the proudest representative of modern science. Yes, we are. The Ministry of Science is proud to announce the successful completion of the test phase for the CAL 500 Plus line of perfect employee clones. This joyful news was met with a universal jubilation, and all remaining employees will be replaced with CAL 500 Plus modes as soon as possible. All hail science, all hail a great leader. I selected B. I don't know what it means. Protocol initialized. Maybe I should have looked into what it means first, but eh. So I don't know how to pick locks yet. Not gonna work, that's stupid work. I got some money right there. But I need to go back to report that I did the quiz. And then maybe I go in, sneak in here to get the book so I can learn Spirelli. I passed the test, Comrade Weinberg. Yes, I saw it. An excellent performance, Evan. I honestly didn't expect it to be such a great fit. Fit for what? Come, I'll show you something special. I don't want to see special things. I've had enough of special things. I really... Thank you. I need to get back to work. I wanna do work instead, I decided. Oh god. Is that him? Yeah. This is my lab. I call it the throne room. This is where the future of our country lies. If everything goes well, I'll tell you more about it. Thank you for showing me. Didn't really need that. Comrade Weinberg. Hello, Carl. Comrade Weinberg. Hello, Carl. Comrade Weinberg. Hello, Carl. So sick of it. Well, here we are. Everything that you see is the result of well-coordinated work between the man and clone. Meet Carl Stein, the so-called Carl Zero, the first model, the master copy. Somehow he doesn't strike me as the perfect specimen. He's the protagonist from the first Beholder game. And that's what we, the genetics and biologists, are here for. When we copy him, we introduce a genetic correction code into the body and firmware into his consciousness that suppresses Carl Zero's unneeded memories and emotions while enhancing the qualities we're looking for. Diligence, submission, endurance, as well as a lack of curiosity, compassion, and experience. So the base version isn't important to you at all. Why do you keep Carl here then? Historically, all our technology were designed around him, and recently a bug has appeared in the firmware that we are still unable to fix. A bug in the firmware. Yes, Carl had a pretty difficult life. All those fears, experiences, and losses got lodged somewhere very deep inside him, and have been manifesting themselves in his clones of the most unexpected times we are witnessing the firmware. And what do you want to do? I have a hypothesis that the breakdown creates a complex memory of the last year of Carl's life. Something happened during this period, something very bad. Something that won't stop bugging him despite the fact that we've cut his brain up in every conceivable way. And how do we fix it? We need to find out what those events were. What combination of memories causes this effect? Oh, it was me screwing up the poor person a lot and doing a lot of wrong decisions, having his whole family killed. It's all my fault, I'm sorry. Don't you know? When a cut a lab rat, I don't care how many brothers it had or how well it slept. Clones must obey their coding. That's what I know. But he's not a lab rat. But I have no time to play philosophical games with you. Find out what happened to Carl and find out how these memories managed to penetrate the firmware. So find out what hurt him, then hurt him more? Well, when you put it that way, yes, this is what we call a scientific experiment, in case you weren't aware. Sure. To get started, collect all the information you can about the last year of Carl Stein's life. Everything you can find. Your colleagues know something. From time to time, they've needed his kind of information for the work, and there is bound to be something in the archives. Is the building where he lived still there? Aha, great idea. You can check the building. There might still be some emotional ties there. And then? And then we'll create a visual simulation of Carl's consciousness and feed him everything we found. If my hypothesis is correct, then we'll find out what caused the firmware malfunction. And if not, then we'll keep searching, combing, and trying. It should work at some point. Okay, thanks for showing me. Oh, I can look around here now? Where am I? Interesting. Okay, I can't do anything here. I can just run back, that is it. Okay. And there he sits. So let's sneak in. 5 hours to learn about the blueprints. Oh. I hope that was worth it. Want to watch TV and read books. What's in here? Another one. Live for beginners. Want to know what spies are talking about? Okay, so this is the book I need to read. New information, handle code. Button. Oh, diary pages. Alpha rhythms are considered to be absent in people with congenital blindness or atrophy of the optic nerve. This issue becomes crucial when De Salvo, along with Weinberg, suggested issuing all blind citizens with ticket for the blissful sleep. Curse them. This project was developed to ensure that no one else had to die. Thank God the latest data came in, proving that alpha rhythms are the main indicator of recipient sensitivity. But I was impressed once again by how easily it can solve any difficulties. No man, no problem. It's disgusting. Another reason to think about restricting access to the control terminal. Yeah, that seems to be the main thing they do. The closer the work gets to completion, the more the situation heats up. I cannot shake the feeling of an approaching thunderstorm. The very air seems to be electrified. Yesterday there was another failed attempt on Weinberg's life, and Ferguson doesn't even bother to hide his disappointment about it. They're like a pack of dogs fighting over a bone hanging above their heads. All I have to do is immerse myself in work like Hamnets and ignore what's happening. Sometimes I remind myself that an ostrich that tries to bury its head in the sand of the ministry might end up hitting it against the concrete floor. But I must finish this project, then I'll have my chance of redemption. Guess I will be finishing it for you. Call 0. Need to find out information. I don't have the skill levels to go at this. Okay. Really, I just want to go home and see what I can do there. This is crazy. So, I mean, the first game ended with Carl being selected as the perfect citizen to clone because of his diligence and commitment to work. I think. And you were like, oh, this is the perfect person, so let's clone him. And I guess we have to work up a way to figure out what happened to him. I made a mistake, Evan. Hello, Horatio, you said that line already. No, you don't understand. Right after firmware installation, the boss and I vaccinated the Carls against all disease, and they developed an incredible immunity to everything. Where are you going with that? Including the brain fever, dammit, but the vaccine turned out to be defective, and instead of getting a perfectly protected Carl, we genetically modified it with a biological bomb in 23 generations. In our time, they suddenly became carriers of brain fever. But it's been defeated for 300 years at least. A group of bona fide moron clones excavated an old burial ground. With the perfect immunity, they never even noticed that they caught it and went on spray it to the people. Well, I'm gonna help for prepayment. Keep your paper, it's used in my time anyhow. You're unlikely to find a vaccine for brain fever, even in this time. It's a long forgotten scary story. Here, this is a revised vaccine, the composition of which is completely identical to the one that we inject into the clones. If you inject all the Carls with it, you'll stop the epidemic before it even starts. That's going to be difficult. It's going to be even more difficult for all those people in the future who die from bursting eyes and boiling blood. Anything else? Have to go figure it out. Yeah, thanks for talking. Cool, because, you know, how about me, just like random dude, just saving all humanity by doing all this stuff with all the clones, and it's just all my responsibility. I will just buy the new TV show because I have money, but I don't think I'll be watching it because first I need to learn another language. Seems more important to me to be able to talk to all the people. How long will it take? Oh, just 1 hour. I guess it's gonna be the basics. Cool. So then, let's see how much time it would take to head out. Or actually, today I'm just gonna watch both TV shows. No, 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 no! I watched the wrong ones. No, let me load and... Okay, let's do this better. I just thought they'd be on top because that made sense to me, but apparently not. There we go, I watched the current TV shows and not the old ones. No need to know about all of that. Okay. I think I can just start a new day and see where my language skills will get me. I should have more time when I get home today because I just took a follower of the world of the leader sect. Hear the word of the leader, open up your soul to him. Join us, the word of the leader, to get all answers to all your questions. All of them? The leader's wisdom knows no limits. You don't have to think or choose anymore. The leader has all the answers. Just come to us and find out. Who killed my father? That's a great question. And of course, the great leader has an answer for you. Open the book of quotations to the murder section, to the chapter on murder of your relatives. Let's read it aloud. Losing a loved one is a misfortune. Losing faith in our party is a tragedy. And what does that mean? It means you're asking the wrong questions. Think of how to help the leader. Join us. Help the leader make the world better. What's the point of living? That's a terrific question. Tell me honestly, have you already tried to find the answer elsewhere? Books, films, play, a philosopher friend perhaps? Philosophers are the enemies of people. I don't have friends like that. Just checking. Bear with me. I'm just doing my job, so the only place to find the answers in the leader's writing. Want to know more? Of course. Come to our meetings. The word of the leader would answer all of your questions. I'll think about it. Why did my colleague George Hamlets get punished? Great question. Punishment is a gift from the leader to point us towards the right path. There's a whole chapter on punishment in the leader's book of quotations, and it explains everything. Take this, for example. Public heaven is a great honor for the punished ones, gives hope for tomorrow to the living. I doubt Hamlets was excited about being honored that much. Not everyone can accept the leader's wisdom. Come, and we'll teach you to see it everywhere. Where can I get some money? Great question. Everyone keeps asking and only the leader has the answer. What is the answer? See the leader's book of quotation, page 56, third paragraph down. Don't ask me where to get money. Brilliant, isn't it? Thank you. Perhaps I'll refer someone to you. I guess that might be a way to get rid of somebody. Interesting. Well, the leader's all-knowing, and he knows that you should not ask for money. So, there you go. Everything's solved. So, what to do? Let me just talk about the TV show real quick, then talk to the lady in her language, and then end this episode. Are you trying to distract me from work? Steve, a quantum junk heap isn't that boring after all. If you dig a bit deeper, then everything gets clearer, even to a fool like me. What did I tell you? Just wait till it gets its claws into you. But I don't understand. If Kirk Wiggles jumped into a time loop, how did he get back on the spaceship again? Yes, I know exactly what you mean. I even wrote a letter to the show's creator about this mistake. I'm glad you picked up on that. Okay. Do you have any information about Carl Zero? About the prototype? What do you ask? Weinberg asked me to find out. He's having some difficulties with the firmware. I read in our documents that they tested some experimental anti-sleep track on the prototype. Did it somehow affect the clones? I don't know, but the clones have good resistance to all medication and are great for testing drugs on. Thanks. I hope this information will be useful. Yeah, I remember because we didn't have to sleep. I just need to talk to you because I watched your TV show. Schrödinger effect. Dr. Newport, can you help me? I took your advice and started watching the Schrödinger effect, but I couldn't figure out whether the main character is alive or dead. It is commendable that you enjoy quality entertainment, but if you think that I'll talk TV with you, you're mistaken. Oh, okay. I thought that we could bond over that. Tell me about Cal Zero's personality. The boss instructed me to collect data for the experiment. You've been tasked with getting it, so get it. What do you think you are that I waste my time on you? To Newport, I want to discuss the vaccination of the clones with you. What makes you think that I want to discuss my research with an underling? Okay, I get it. Hey Maria. Maria, I know the basics of your language. Oh, you speak in my language. At least I guess to give me an interpreter. I'm not an interpreter. That's how you say it. I've been saying it wrong for a long time, haven't I? I know, you're Evan. Your name's I know. Who are you? I'm just your colleague. To be honest, I studied your language to find out why you aren't working. I'm not working? Yes, Oliver Ratinsky says that you work in neuroscience and genetics and that DNA is universal language that doesn't need translating. You expect some results from me. Universal language? If Jailer beat Oliver every night, all languages he would have forgot. What are you talking about? All day I sit and wait for the night with fear. I cannot write, I cannot read, I cannot do anything. Why? At night guards come, angry, bad, nobody sees. Is the guard beating you? Why didn't you say anything? Oh, yeah. I tried to make report, no one understands. I'm scared, no way out. This is unacceptable, I won't let it stand. Either he'll leave you on his own or I'll find a way to rein him in and he'll regret it. No, Evan, it'll be worse. I cannot stand it. Don't worry, given the kind of hurdles I had to overcome to make it to this floor, I'll take more than some guard to stop me. May, do you know anything about Cal Zero? I do not know Cal Zero. What is it? Not what? Who? The man who became the template for clones. I did not work with your clones. I do not know who is Cal Zero. I saw only tests by chance. Looking at Rennie's stats, I can say Cal Zero was much afraid and angry a lot. How do you know? I saw a test result next to biocontainers before download of firmware. High adrenaline. This is him, Cal Zero inside. Biocontainers? Clones with no firmware. The consciousness suppressed, but subconscious afraid and angry. Okay, there's a lot to talk about here, a lot to get to know her, but I think we're gonna do that next time. So thank you so much for watching. We are unraveling this, we're getting to the bottom of this, and there's not much more, I guess. After this floor, I should be at the secret. I hope. I just know that there's bouncing boobs right behind my face. Thank you so much for watching, I'll be back soon with more.